Today is an extremely rainy day here, and we are thankful for the rain, but also it makes it so muddy and wet outside, so it's just kind of miserable to be out there. So I'm just going to bring you guys along with me today as I go do the chores and then come back inside, and I'm just going to work on cleaning the kitchen, and I have some seeds and stuff that I need to plant today. I'm gonna go ahead and can some dry beans that I have and make some loaves of bread. Every so often I like to can up some pinto beans. You can do any kind of beans, but the only other ones that I've ever done is kidney beans and navy beans. But I actually put a homemade barbecue sauce over top of the navy beans, and so that made like a homemade baked beans. But those are the only beans I've ever done. So I'm going to be working on canning some dry pinto beans today. They don't have to soak or anything like that. This is probably one of the easiest things to can. Just because we don't grow our own pinto beans, we just buy them from the store. So you can easily go and buy pinto beans yourself and can them. It makes for a super easy dinner. So typically what I'll do is just open a can of the pinto beans and put them in a pot, and then we'll have cornbread and usually fried potatoes with it or something, and it is just a super quick, easy meal just because whenever you put them on the stove, all you're doing is reheating them and they're ready to go. Another way that you can actually use them is you can strain off the juice and then make refried beans out of them also. So it's just two simple ways that you can easily have a meal, because once you can the beans, they're already cooked. So I just got some pinto beans out of our stock cabinet, and these are actually just vacuum sealed. They're not pressure canned or anything like that. They're just vacuum sealed. So we're going to open these up, and this is what I'm going to be using today. So instead of going and buying new pinto beans to do this with, I'm just going to use these that we already have, and then I'll buy new to replace these. And I do just want to say that this method is not in the ball canning book. It's actually considered rebel canning, and a lot of people don't believe in rebel canning, but it's all up to you and what you feel safe with. I've canned soup beans like this for at least 3 years now and have never had any problems, so we're going to continue to do it. And the only reason that it's considered that is because we're not going to be soaking the beans today. You can find a recipe for canning soup beans in the ball book or in pretty much any other canning book, but they require you to either cook your beans or soak your beans for a really long time. So we're just going to bypass that and go straight into canning them, and that is why it's considered a rebel method. If you do need the recipe to this, it is going to be on my website, so I'll have it linked down below so that you can print out the instructions on how to do this. I originally planned on doing 2 processes, so I can only fit 7 quart jars in here, so I was planning on doing 2 different cycles of it. But my brother just called and he's on his way to come visit, so I'm just gonna do 1. I need to clean up and start working on making some bread. So I just now finished cleaning up the kitchen and I got the canner going here and I got my bread over here. But once my brother gets here, I'm not going to film. I just don't like to film whenever family's here. They don't like being on camera and stuff, so I'll put down the camera while he's here. I'll get whatever footage I can of the food coming out of the canner and then of the bread dough also. But also really quick, I wanted to mention these are actually plastic shower caps and they come in a pack for like 99 cents. I think you get 15 of them. But it is the handiest little hack. I can't remember who I saw do this, but it is the best like hack ever. And you can reuse them, so that's what I do.